didn't even know what the address bar was. I was a technical support guy for my product, and I was on the phone for 45 minutes with some guy that was 65 years old. He didn't know how to type in www.google.com. And there are people still like that. There are people out there that put www in front of their email address still. They still do that. So my point is, when you're programming, always kind of take it to the lowest common denominator. You know, old people will be using this. People that were not born with a cell phone. People who were not born with an iPad. People who were born before an ATM machine. So always program in the most simplistic way you can. And if you think about some of the most successful sites out there, they are simple. Google, how simple is that? A little box, click here. Pretty simple. You know, anybody can figure that out. So anyway, I thought this was really cool. I'm going to talk to Naz about maybe having more of these. I think it'd be really neat, you know, like Facebook has their hackathons. I think they have pizza and beer and stuff. I think it'd be cool to have pizza and beer. Maybe some girls too. So we'll see if we'll have more. All right. You want to announce who
We'll have the
you want to announce who the winners,
Q&A
top 3 guys are?
We'll have a Q&A session with RJ.
Oh, RJ here?
yeah.
RJ, are you the Sulu man?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, presenting you RJ David of Sulit.com. So, I'm sure everyone knows him. I know him, so I use the site most of the time. Same as you guys. Anyway, so Q&A session. You know, if you have any questions, you are on that road, so been there, he's been there, so you could ask for additional, in addition to,
You can ask me too.
and then yeah, in addition to what Robert also could. All right, so floor is open. And ask questions, guys.
Sulit.com.
Yeah.
How well planned out was Sulit.com?
It was actually not planned out. When we started Sulit, I started it with my wife. So I was a freelance web developer in 2006. We're creating projects for clients. It was the time of big and Facebook has been launched. We realized we can also do something, a system as big as that, because I've already created big systems for clients. That's when we decided why not we create our own. So the main problem is, we know how to create, we don't have an idea on what we're going to do. My wife got this idea, why not create a classified ads website? The only reason is we're going to use it as an experiment. Because it has a number of categories, we're just going to track which category will be the most popular. If it will be cars, we're going to create a website dedicated for buying and selling of cars. If it will be real estate, it's just real estate. Eventually, when we're tracking it, what we saw is the traffic in all categories are increasing. So instead of just focusing on a niche, we actually expanded the category, and it ended up as Sulit.com.
How much traffic do you get?
Sorry?
How much traffic do you get?
As of now, so last chronicle we got 2 billion page views. On a daily basis, I believe we're hitting 8 million page views now.
Wow.
How many unique visitors?
A unique, on a monthly, it's around 14 to 16 million. And of course, we're running a new TVC. If you're still watching free, free TV, we started last week, Chinese New Year. So we're going to run it for a while, and we expect the number of UVs to increase again. Last year, when we ran the TVCs, from 10 million unique visitors, we hit 16 million. Then it went down to 14. So now we are expecting it to grow to 18 to 20.
Not a technical question, but does working with your significant other increase productivity or just fight a lot?
Funny thing, I was in UP this morning and I got the same question from the student. So there's actually pros and cons on working. The number one positive thing of working with your significant other. When I was working with Arian, we're still boyfriend, girlfriend. she's not just my wife. The good thing is I already knew her strengths. I already trust her very much. So it's no longer a question for us if we trust each other. We already knew this, our strengths and weaknesses. The main problem with that is, imagine we're just girlfriend, boyfriend, and when we create something. If we ended up not together, what are we going to do with the business? It's different when you're working with just a friend. You can be friends forever. With your girlfriend, medyo, there's something expected along the line. When she became my wife, the main problem that happened is that it's difficult for us to separate personal and work. Yeah. So in 2009, we transferred here in Ortiga, so we built our team. So for the first, I believe, couple of years, our team knows whenever there's something wrong between our So that's how difficult it is. It's only recently that we know how really to be professional when at work. So even though we have some personal quarrels, when we're in the office, we're professional. And now, honestly, is what I'm missing really is we have a rule that we cannot work at home. So when we're at home, really, I'm trying not really to work. But yeah, as of now, I'm no longer coding. I miss coding so much. I just like Robert, I stopped coding 2011. But 2011 was one of the best years of Sulit, because I was able to delegate the task to a more capable developers in the team. So am I going to recommend it? I don't know. I cannot answer that. For me, it worked well. I am not sure if it's going to work for everyone. Questions?
How many listings a day do you get added?
We changed the system recently. In a sense, we focus more on the C2C aspect of the classifieds now, because before we're focusing on B2C. Before with the change, we're getting around 10,000 to 11,000 listings a day. When we did the change, we're now getting double that number. And we're targeting around 40 to 50,000 daily listing in the next 6 months.
Is all the traffic from the Philippines?
25% are coming from outside the Philippines. So we know we have 10% of the population is outside the country, the OFW. So we have a lot of this OFW traffic. And honestly speaking, these are the individuals who has the capacity to buy cars, to buy real estate. So we are really focusing also on this segment, the OFWs.
And how about the competition?
The competition, yeah. So you guys know our competition. So last year, when we had this, so we planned to have a TVC last year, April 9. We budgeted 30 million to spend on a 3-month TVC. Exactly on the same day, April 9, we released 1 TVC, and then our competitor released 7 on that day. And we just found out their budget is around 200 million pesos for the marketing. So it's really tough. The sad thing about our industry, the classifieds industry, is a winner takes all industry. It means there can only be one. There can't be a number 1 and a number 2. It means we have to be 10 times bigger than that. So as of now, the goal of the company is we actually sacrifice all of our revenue channels, and we are really after growth, and we are ready to dominate the market, especially this year.
Just ad revenue? Is that how you monetize ad revenue?
Yeah, for the first 3 years of Sulit, I'm just using AdSense. So AdSense was able to fund the company. When we got an investment, we started charging for premium services, especially premium listings. If you are searching for an iPhone, you want to be at the top, so you're going to pay for that. But as of now, we remove most of those. We remove AdSense. We remove most of the premium services. It's because we are really just after the market share. So once we hit that 10 times gap with our nearest competitor, that's the time that we're going to turn on our monetization scheme.
So you've turned it all off?
Yes. Technically, no. Because we have salespeople in the company now. Technically speaking, we have to retrench all those sales guys. Because I don't, yeah, so the rule of the company now is, as long as the revenue channels are not affecting market share, we can retain that. But if that revenue channel is affecting our market share, it has to be removed.
How many employees do you have?
I mean,
Employees?
So we have now around 80 team members in the office. So our office is just at Union Bank Plaza.
And what's your plan for it long term?
Long term, cars and real estate are the two most popular categories in Sulit. So you will see some dedicated effort from us for these two categories.
I mean, personally, are you planning to exit